Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I hope that you guys are having a good day or at afternoon, night, whenever you guys end up watching this video. So please make sure that you are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is this top portion here. It talks about my readings being for entertainment purposes only, but all of this information is in the description box below. Okay, so by watching my videos, you're into the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not bully, persecute me, not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping, shadow banning, and copywriting my messages. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted, so do not steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, now we're going to go to the next part, which is the prayer. So I ask that God give us the grace, the light of God, the glory of God, and the heavenly host armies for this reading, along with the archangels. I also ask that the Most High God continue to order our steps with dealing with anything in the psychic realm. I invoke the angels of the Sword of Solomon and the Sword of Moses into the four directions for safety and protection. I ask that the Most High God, Christ, and any other ascended masters please return all evil and block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my subscribers. And I pray for all of them. I ask now as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name. Lord, my God, I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay, so love is coming. Love is on its way. So we are using the Romance Angels Oracle cards, and they are by Doreen Virtue. So you may, if you do like this deck, you may want to purchase it, but I don't know, again, if they're still making these decks. So you may want to look into that. Okay, so I just want to see what, because that's the message, that love is on its way. Love is on its way. Confirming love is on its way. All right. Cut the deck. Let's see what we've got here. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So you could be getting ready to go on a honeymoon-like experience, a trip with somebody. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. This person that comes in, that's going to keep you in honeymoon mode for like a long time. They may be different than the people that you normally date, right? They may have a difference. And it's because these people are going to actually be compatible with you. Okay. Unrequited love. So in the past, you could have had relationships with people that had unrequited love for you, right? Which you love them, but they don't love you back. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So again, whoever this person is from your past, you could have had unrequited love with them. And that is something that's kind of traumatizing, and it takes a bit to heal from that, right? When you love somebody and they don't feel the same way. I feel like you've dealt with that quite a few times in your life where somebody has loved you and you don't feel the same way about them. This person could have been very deceptive. So beware of somebody that wants to come in and take you on a trip, and they may want you to stay really open-minded to accepting them as a lover. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, the person that you were with in the past could have been very deceptive, and that could have scarred you in some type of way. The person that's coming in the future, for some of you guys, you may be met with deception when it comes to this person, but you're going to know right away with the unrequited love who they are and why they're there. Pay attention to the red flags. When this person comes in and wants you to walk away from whatever else in your life, the signs are cautioning you. And then children. So this could be a baby mother or baby father that wants to come back after they rejected you. And they may be saying, oh, we're going to have a good family and blah, blah, blah. But this is definitely, your love life is being affected by children. Love yourself first. Also, beware of somebody that is in love with children in not a good way. Love yourself first. So this is all, everything about unrequited love is so that you love yourself first. That's the biggest lesson, right? And of course, if you do have children, you want your children to be safe. And so you want the person that's coming in to not be deceiving and to not be showing a bunch of red flags, okay? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honesty, discuss your feelings with each other. So loving yourself first, and then heart-to-heart conversations with this person about your guys' future. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Like I said, someone new is coming in. And so you may think that they're going to be like these people from the past, but no, they're not going to be deceptive. They're not going to have unrequited love. They're not going to want you to put them before you in any type of way. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it could be something that you need to retreat from when it comes to your love relationship. And that could be posting it online. Spirit doesn't want you to post your new relationship because of this person that's from the past. Okay. So when this new person comes in, don't post them. Be very patient. Make sure that the relationship is stable. Also, I'm hearing that not to let this person meet your children until you are for sure about them. So you know for sure that they can be trusted, right? Because you don't want to let a predator or anybody that's irresponsible around your children. That's just poor parenting. And I know that the dating world is hard and that some people ain't shit, but that's why you just really need to use your greatest discernment when dealing with people. I feel like this could be coming in very soon for you. Okay, so I call upon Mercury to help me get my message to others, to the people that need to hear it. So we're going to use the Panther Oracle and see what comes through. I know I use this one a lot on this platform, but I just really like it. Perseverance. You guys are persevering over these hurdles that somebody keeps trying to put in front of your love life. I'm looking at this quote from the Bible. It says, "My beloved is mine and I am his." What are these hurdles? Two. Bless me. Some form of challenge that somebody tried to bring to your door, some type of loss. Sorry, you guys, it's allergy season. We are definitely in tree pollen time, so I'm going to turn the fan on because it's kind of hot in here now. So these people feel like that you overcoming these challenges that they put in your way, you persevering is a major loss for somebody. They're feeling damaged because you have succeeded at something. And it could be drawing in somebody that's actually compatible for you because this person from your past wants to come back in, but no, they're not a part of your destiny. I'm seeing fate on the bottom here. Okay. So you are persevering over whatever. Again, this could be a tarot reader, but you don't have to be a tarot reader. But if you are, this is talking about you persevering with your destiny over other people's, like jumping hurdles while they have to go through a bunch of other hoops because they weren't initiated into being a fortune teller or a diviner. They're just somebody that's picking up cards and doesn't know what the hell they're doing. And they don't know how to read and interpret the cards. So this other person feels like they're losing because they're not getting accurate information from a fortune teller, or maybe they're hearing this fortune teller tell them about themselves and they feel lost because of that, because they didn't know that they were such a loser. But anybody that's going to sit back and try to purposely cause you to go through strife because you don't want to be with them, and because it's not part of your date to be with this person. Like, also somebody could be listening to a false reader that's really directing them down a wrong path. If any readers are telling you to do any karmic behavior, okay, if you are listening to other readers, which is absolutely fine, and if they're encouraging, and like I said, this, you might be a reader because profession's right there. If they are encouraging you to engage in karmic behaviors with other people, then I'm going to tell you that fortune teller is not sent by God, because they will not inspire you to do negative. They won't tell you that, oh, go sacrifice a black goat or a black cat or some stupid shit. And the people that are doing that you're going to and spending, like, maybe not you, but people are going to, and they're spending a lot of money. They're getting shit advice. And so again, some of you may realize that instead of having to go to a reader, that you can read situations, but it's not with cards. This is some other type of way of being able to read situations. Like, you just learned how to pick up on things. But I feel like some of you could be being guided in a not positive way, right? By some readers that, again, if anybody tells you to go engage in karmic behavior, like get revenge on somebody, do somebody harm, it will wish on them, any of those type of things, that person is not sent by God, and you cannot trust the information that comes from them. Again, somebody was trying to look into the future to see where you live, or they're trying to remote view you and spy. This is because you have real estate property that's yours. This person feels like they're lost and that they have nothing because they weren't able to steal your home from you. And they weren't able to steal, you persevered. They weren't able to stop you from telling the future, or stop you from seeing the future, or stop you from getting downloads. This person has lost. That's why they're feeling lost. Okay. This person was coached on how to either read cards or on how to steal things from others. This person was taught it's bad behavior, and it's losing because the coach, whoever coached them, advice, obedience, and knowledge, these people invested in the wrong thing. They overindulged and went too far. They went too far when it comes to, interaction, joy, and friendliness. These people, they took this for granted about you, that you were kind. They went too far and they overindulged in your energy and overindulged in just basically pretending that they could be you, or that they are you. It's crazy. These people, I'm not kidding. They're looking towards specific readers that do root work on them, that keep them blind, that coach them in a way that they are absolutely blind, awkward, unknown vision problems, so that they can't see what this reader is doing to them. This is what I'm saying. If you're a tarot reader, you have somebody trying to compete with you, and they're actually putting people under spells that are their subscribers. So it's just messed up. I also feel like this person tried to do the same thing that you do for a living. So maybe you do read cards. Wow, good. I'm glad that tarot readings fulfill your needs. Yeah, like this, you could do something like read cards, and this person could have been blindly judging you because of that. You know how, like, some people, when they find out that you're psychic, they just don't like that because they feel like God doesn't like it, but God's the one that gave you the gifts. So these people wanted to change your date and your fate and your date and destiny. They wanted to change your fate and destiny for sure. And they're going to a fortune teller to see how they can do that. And they're getting the answer that it's not possible. And again, we know that it's not possible, but some people still think that it is. And I'm wondering if it's a cultural thing or why people would continually think something that's not true. Yeah, you are psychic. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, you're over here having sweet dreams. Literally. You've overcome this perseverance card. You've overcome this test that this person tried to put you through. They tried to put you like through a test, like a spiritual test. Yeah, they're very committed, binding obstruction contract. They're very committed to taking you down because you have abilities. This is why, you know, you'll know who to share your abilities with and who not to, but some people get really intimidated. Like they think that you're pulling cards. I don't mean to laugh, but these people that are jealous of your abilities think that you're pulling cards on them all the time, and you're literally don't give not one fuck, not two fuck, not three fucks, no fucks given about this person, you know, who's like they're trying to not stay on your radar, but they're trying to still do stuff behind the scenes, and God has blinded this person. They don't have any gifts and abilities, and so they want that really bad, and they'll do any amount of voodoo, any amount of witchcraft to get it, but it's not working. Like whatever they've been doing doesn't work. Friendship. This person could try to come in as a friend and using friendship as a way to connect with you. And then they feel like, oh, well, if we're friends, we share gifts. No. Friends don't share gifts. Friends are kind with each other, but you can't share you can share your gifts as in help somebody with your abilities. But as far as them being taken from you, nobody's taken anything from you. If you feel like that somebody has, then literally what's happened is somebody has tricked you into feeling that way. And it could be that because they can steal energy, but it comes right back. That's the thing about having to be a psychic vampire and having to be somebody that steals shit. You always have to steal more shit, you know, and it never stays with you because it's not yours. So that's the thing. Is why they can't really take anything from you. What they want to do is they want to know what your abilities are so that they can snatch them before you become aware of them, and you're already awakened. You're already awake. So when they try to do this shit, you can feel it happening. Yeah, you're over here merit making and being a good friend to these people that are horrible to you. They don't even deserve your love. Holy crap. You're over here doing virtuous deeds, goodness, humanity, humanness, morality. This is what I'm saying. This is why you're in alliance. This is why you're in alliance with the Most High God. It's also why you're in alignment with your divine life purpose, which is to use your abilities to help people, but it's not to save people. Like it's to guide people, but it's not to pull people out of, when these people are ruining their own destinies, they're going to come for you to help them in some type of way. And they're going to want you to fix the problem for them, but you can't fix a problem that somebody else created. You can help them clear it up. But as far as they need to learn the lesson, not like learn a lesson, but like they need to just learn from the situation that they created. If you come in and clean up the mess for them, spiritually, then they're not going to learn anything, and they're going to just go do the same thing over and over again. And you are absolutely beloved by the universe, a child of God, a sweetheart. That's why you're a merit maker. You're just always helping people. And if you've come across anybody's guidance that makes you feel lost, Spirit just says, just stop listening to them, because you know who you are and you know where you're supposed to be in life. And so if you feel like you're not there, then you have to ask yourself, why do I feel like I'm not there? If you feel like somebody did take something from you, call it back to you. You can always call your energy and all of your gifts and everything back to you. You know what I mean? And then become aware of it. Yes, I know I have paint on my arm. Anyways, but yeah, this is basically saying that if you start to watch this, I'm specifically getting a reader. I think they might be on TikTok. They might be on TikTok and they might be on YouTube. But there is one that God is just like, no, like you have more divine knowledge and psychic abilities and psychic knowledge and access than this other person does. That's why they're in loss. And they were told to stop. They were told to stop trying to invade your dream space and stop trying to mess with you in the dream. This person had an accident coming into your dream state. They accidentally were folded up like a pretzel. I mean, literally, like, when people are playing in your energy and you know how to get them out of your energy and they try to come in through the dream state, that's when you're sometimes the most powerful. So I would not be doing that. This person is in major danger. Danger, major danger. Yeah, you're getting justice. You are receiving justice and truth about this time. This person was going to try to steal a love commitment coming into your reality. No, they can't do that. It would be so much better if this person would just go to God and ask God for what they want, because that's what you did. And that's why you're receiving what you want. You didn't go to the devil and ask for shit. His raggedy ass ain't got nothing you need. This is definitely about your profession. Somebody didn't want you to be a guide to others, didn't want you to be a motivational speaker, didn't want you to be a healer. Whatever your profession is and whatever profession you want to do, these people did not want. See, they feel like if they can stop you from having a home or having real estate, then you can't do your job. And that's not true. If you were living out of a car or even living out of a tent, you would still be the same person. Yeah, it's not getting good for these people, but for you, you're getting justice, and God's seeing you in your position, being in alignment and being obedient. And so that's why you're going to get rewarded greatly. And you deserve to have somebody in your life that is on an equal level with you. A lot of the friends that you've had in the past have been not on your level. Like, you don't want somebody that you always have to fix. You're triumphant. Like, literally, your profession is making you triumphant, and it's also giving you all this merit making. And your luck is here. This is your time to shine. Absolutely. This was scheduled by God. Like, this blessing that's coming in, these people are blessing blockers. But again, a blessing can never be blocked. All they can do is try to delay the speed of it from getting to you. They can't intercede it and they can't take it. That, again, what God gives to you. See, when mankind gives you something, that's of the world, that's of man. That's something that can't be trusted. It could be taken away at any moment. But when God gives something to you, that is untouchable and it's limitless and it lasts forever. So that's how you know the difference, and you can always trust in it. And you know that God has scheduled blessings for you to come in for you, literally. Your origin is the Most High God. This is what this other person is trying to figure out, how to beat you. And I think they're coming to the realization that your origin is the Most High. And that's why you're triumphant, because you're always going to see this person coming. You're always going to feel their slimy little snail ass energy, their slimy little grimy energy. You're always going to know when this person's lingering, because they don't want to see you get justice for you being a legitimate truth teller and truth speaker. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to tell the truth because this person is blind. They don't have any spiritual guidance and they don't know how to tap in. Or maybe they could tap in. They were coached on how to tap in, but they were tapping into a demonic entity, not into their own abilities. And that's where they got lost in the 5D sauce right there. Because literally, your origin is the Most High. These people don't know where they came from. And they're sick. This person that wants your fate has some type of uncurable, what is it called when it's a disease that you actually do die from? Is it lethal? There's a word. There's a word out there for that. Yeah, an uncurable disease. This person has a disease. It's not just an illness, it's a disease. And this is something that they've had their entire life. And so, yeah, they've tried to destiny swap with a lot of people and it has never worked. And they've just got really fixated on you. Really fixated on you. They thought that you were because you're this sweetheart, because you're a virtuous person. They thought that they were going to be able to bully you because you were virtuous. I mean, this is the way that these people think, that being virtuous is a weakness, not realizing that it's actually a strength that you have. Like, it's a big strength. and a big deal. You also have family that's supporting you. I feel like you have family that supports you and you have family that understands you. And so if you are feeling any type of disconnect with your family, that was this person's energy trying to steal the energy of you having a family and having a home. Again, not successful, but they tried. Give them brownie points for trying, at least, I guess. But literally, they made many spiritual libations to the ancestors and stuff. And all of the, like, this is what I'm saying. You can't pay an ancestor in sweet cakes and honey to unalive their own ancestor. They went and they sought after your ancestors to ask them to strip you of your abilities. And your ancestors like, what? I'm the one that gave my child, my descendant that ability. Why would I take it away? Because you're uncomfortable. The spirits have told this person to stop numerous times making these stupid libations and thinking that putting cigars and liquor out is going to tempt the spiritual realm over these like lame ass items. I'm sorry, but that's like lame ass items that they're going to take some type of spiritual offering and then take your gifts from you and then give them to them. This person tried to argue with the spiritual realm because you're so calm. Always stay chill. This person wants to basically put you in some type of prison or something. And they're making spiritual offerings to try to change things in the spiritual realm so that you don't get this good luck. This person's a loser. So be careful, because they definitely are coming in as a friend and they want this new lover that's coming in, or new love. And it could even be a reunited love with the universe, right? They don't want you being connected in the way that you are. And again, they're stuck in their ego and pride, because you cannot cut another person off from their connection to God. Impossible. When God energy is the one thing that exists in all things, you can't just cut somebody's protection off. This person wants to like strip you of your protection, strip you of everything. But then this person wants to have health. They don't want to be bullied. They want to have a commitment. All of these things that they're trying to say that you're not worthy of, they believe that they're worthy of, and they have not done not one virtuous act to deserve it. Like, they've not done any type of merit making. All they do is steal, kill, and destroy. So we know that they're sent from the what? Devil. They're here to kill, steal, rape, and destroy. That's some demon shit. That's what this person had intended. And I don't mean to trigger anybody, but this person has an illness, a mental illness, and a physical disease. And they're on their deathbed. I don't know why they thought that they were going to be able to trap you, but this is not happening. This person ended up falling in the literal trap that they made for you. And now they're overstressed because they don't know how to get out of it. They were protesting and trying to sue you to get attention. This person's really weird. They don't want you being successful. This person was trying to dig up dirt on you so that they could sue you. And there is no dirt. Like, everything that they found was either about somebody else, like somebody in your family, which makes it irrelevant, number one. And number two, whatever it was that they found is something that you've already spoken on. So they can't bring it out as good as news to the people. You could be dealing with somebody that has a gossip channel or something like that, or who's a fake reader. Again, this person's blind. They cannot see. They don't have gifts and abilities. So they could be a fake reader, and they could have been copying your content and then trying to sue you about it. Dude, things are time-stamped. Things are time-stamped. Also, if this person was trying to say that you were committing a crime against them, things are time-stamped. You were on the internet or somewhere else that could be traced, that is going to show you that you have nothing to do with this person. You may not even know this person. They're so introverted. They don't know how to have a normal social interaction with somebody else. They're just simply vampiric, right? They're very vampiric. And you're over here being calm, and they can't disrupt that energy. This is a person that is a being of chaos. That's all they know. That's all they came from. Their mother was a hoe. They were a chaos agent. Their father was a hoe. He was a chaos agent. Their family is shit. This person is going through some type of withdrawal. They really thought that they were living your life. I'm not kidding. I don't mean to keep laughing at this person, but it is funny. Like this person thinking that they were living your life. What the hell? How could you live somebody else's life? You don't even know them. This person doesn't even know you well enough. That's crazy. But yeah, they wanted to puppet you. Literally dictatorship, domination, reluctance. They wanted you to feel like out of your body or something so that they could climb inside of it. Little skinwalker. Oh, some people are just very strange out there. I can tell you that much. This person may want to apologize. I don't feel like you need their apology. Their apology is not coming from a place of authenticity. It's coming from a place of fear. And basically, they're only sorry that they weren't able to steal your abilities and steal your destiny and fate, basically. And they weren't able to keep your energy. You're over here loving on self, being calm, and that's what the universe sees. And that's another reason why you will never go to jail over some shit you didn't do. Because the universe, the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, the angels, the archangels, your spirit guides, the ascended masters, the Galactic Federation of Light, they're all watching you remain calm and be in this self-loving energy and take care of your family. This person could have tried to call DCFS on you to get your children taken if you have children. This person just was trying to get everything stripped of you. They felt like if they could strip you of stuff, and this is just somebody that's a bully that's done this shit to other people. But the people that they attacked were not people that were in alignment. They were not people that loved themselves, and they were not people that had self-control. And so that's why their lame ass tactics basically worked on other people in the past is only because that those people were not in alignment. They weren't doing the right thing. They were doing things just as bad as this person. So it made their energy the same. See, this person cannot touch you because your energy is not the same as theirs. Care, parenthood, patron support. This person is upset that God cares for you like that baby right there. It's definitely not about you having parents. This person's upset that God is your parent because they know that God's not going to allow them to do what they're trying to do. And they're like, man, if you just weren't related to God, I'd be able to get this over on you. I'd be able to take you to court. If you weren't related to God, I'd be able to take your protection from you. If you weren't related to God, I'd be able to stomp on you like I want to do everybody else. Hi, welcome everybody in the chat. So that's funny, but you are related to God. So this person can cry and whine and apologize. They need to be apologizing to the Most High because that's, you know, you maybe don't know everything this person has done, but that's who they really offended is God. Endorsement. This person was bribing people to watch you and to harass you online specifically. Tempting others to work against you. This person was spreading some type of weird lie. This is how they've stolen things from people in the past. But again, everything that they've ever stolen, they've lost. So forgive this fool. Forgive yourself for allowing this situation to happen. But again, you're in self-love. So it's like no stress. You're too blessed to be stressed, you guys. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question. But I am doing a reading for everybody that's in the collective. You guys have a gift. You guys were given a gift. This is what the Most High specifically gave you, a gift. Okay, this is a spiritual gift. A spiritual gift that you can use to make lots and lots of money, millions and billions of dollars. So this is what I'm saying, that this person's upset that God is your parent and that God gave you a gift. And this person wants that gift and they can't, there's no amount of voodoo. There's no amount of witchcraft. There's no jinn. There's nothing in existence other than the Most High God that can give out something like this. And they want it and they can't buy it from you with money. They can't exchange gifts with you and take it. They can't even touch it. The only way they're going to get next to that sacred holiness is if they watch you in some type of way, right? But even that, all they can do is watch. That's their punishment. That's what God's doing to this person because they tried to play games with you. And you didn't even ask God to avenge you. That's you're loved when God just avenges you without your knowing. And that's exactly what's happening. This person is so stubborn. They don't like the word no. Like this person that you're dealing with doesn't want to hear the word no. They can't deal with the word no. When any type of no-ness, they can't deal with that shit. And this person wanted to be a third wheel. Like I said, if, enemy, distrust, flirtatiousness, this person's waiting for you to post your person or get with somebody and make it public. And then they're going to try to attack that person because they feel like you shouldn't have stuff, but they should. So they're delusional. What this person wants for you will happen to them. And you're still getting aided by the universe out of every crazy situation that this person tries to put you in. Okay. So Anurag, is that how you say it? Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Let me look and see with the Twin Flame Tarot. So what I'm picking up is that this person does have feelings, but they don't want to be in a serious commitment right now. So it's like not wanting to settle down. That's the energy that I feel. Page of Wands. Yeah. Excitement and extrovert, energetic, fearless, creative ideas. So he could be very much in his Page of Wands energy into creative ideas right now. Let's see. Also, you could be in that energy as well. The Moon. So there is something about this person that you don't know about. Illusions and hidden, confusion, secrets, and uncertainty. It could be that this other person, that this person that you're talking about could be seeing somebody else. And there could be an illusion about whether they're still with that person. Yeah, it seems like he might be seeing somebody else. Like I'm getting when the moon is up that he has somebody that he meets with. The 10 of Pentacles. So this is the energy that you guys are in with the 10 of Pentacles, family and legacy, inheritance, foundations, and higher commitment. So this is what you're wanting. I feel like that when you meet with this person, it's going to be met with confusion about that because he's not wanting the same thing right now. He likes things being really easy. 6 of Pentacles, generosity and charity, support and sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. So yeah, you meet only professionally. Okay, I definitely felt like there was some type of work thing. So he may have something about not dating people that he works with. I get that he does feel that way. Maybe he dated somebody that he worked with in the past and it didn't work out. Let's see, the High Priestess, hidden knowledge, intuition, and mysterious. So this High Priestess energy, who is this? Is this other person? No, this is your energy. So maybe you are some type of High Priestess and you don't even know about that. You've got extremely good intuition. He dates many at the same time. That's exactly what I'm picking up. It's something about this moon energy. And when the moon is up, he's just with different people. And so if you could conclude your business with him, then that would maybe change. But I'm feeling like he's about 6 months away from going through a spiritual awakening. So he's asleep in the matrix right now. So when I see that he's in his south node, let me just look and see if there's anything causing him to stay stuck there. Yeah, there's the illusion. There's an illusion, definitely. Okay, God, let's uncloak and remove that illusion. The Three of Wands, you guys, looking ahead, confidence and growth, foresight. You're gaining foresight at this time into this situation. And also the High Priestess, and then the Three of Wands, you guys, you guys are psychic. So you intuitively already know everything that I'm going to confirm today. And that's part of this generosity and charity, support and sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Sharing your intuition. You're going to create a 10 of Pentacles by sharing your intuition with others. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, you guys barely talk. He is a doctor and you're a nurse. Well, that sounds kind of hot. Yeah, he's very much into his business, but it doesn't mean that it's not let's see what the next card says. King of Cups. Yeah, this person's very wise and devoted, balanced between head and heart. I feel like this person's very stable. They would be a really good influence. They're definitely not awakened to who they are spiritually, because they would find a lot of power with that. The Sun, happiness and joy, innocence, success, and optimism. So I would stay optimistic about it. But again, I'm feeling like in 6 months, yeah, a spiritual awakening. So something's going to happen. It could be like a near-death experience or something like that he goes through, or that he sees in somebody else. It's going to be something that awakens him. And then at that point, he's going to just want to see one person. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling like. Whatever this energy is that he's in right now, it's only going to last for about 6 more months, and then he's going to awaken. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But after he awakens, he's going to be feeling different about sexuality and about other people, right? So he's going to definitely be wanting an intimate relationship with one person after he goes through this awakening. The only reason he's doing this behavior right now is because he's still asleep in the matrix, basically. But it could be your energy, and it could be the energy of this other woman that I feel like it's going to be your energy that helps him awaken, and he might not even know. But yeah, you having the energy of the High Priestess just shows me that, you're qualified. You're qualified to help this person go through an awakening. Two of Cups, soulmates and unity, close bond, spiritual connection. What I just say, it's like right after the 6-month period from now, he is going to literally want this Two of Cups offer. So I'm not saying to give up on him, and I'm not saying to wait for him, but just know that God has it set for him to go through an awakening in 6 months. And at that point, the way that he feels about dating and stuff will change. And so then you could maybe bring an offer forward, and it doesn't have to be like offer to have sex, but an offer to go out. Two of Cups is a loving offer from the universe. He's like a tough person, very reserved. Yeah, that's just because, he isn't very comfortable with being intimate with people. Because I really feel like his mother would use his own emotions against him as a child. And so that's why he's kind of reserved. Definitely more like an introverted energy, but that still doesn't mean that he can't heal and be somebody of great importance in your life. This 10 of Cups just popped out. Happiness, family, harmony, emotional stability. Look at that. That's like a picnic. So you may end up going out for a drink. See those wine glasses? Or you guys may end up having some type of barbecue, outside picnic, clam bake, something like that. Is he into nature, like hiking and stuff like that? He feels like somebody that's into, you don't drink, but he does. Okay. Well, you can still look at the Two of Cups as a cup of love. But yeah. And you'd never feel pressured to have to drink, even though he does. I don't get that he has a drinking problem or anything. So let's see. 7 of Wands, defending yourself, protecting, and standing your ground. I'm telling you, he in the past has had to stand up to like female figures, like whatever his ex is, and then his mother multiple times. So there's a little bit of wounding there that I'm seeing. So he could be very defensive about, yes. So So again, he's not somebody that you would trust to be in a relationship with right now, but like I said, he's going to go through a shift that's inevitable because God has planned it in 6 months. At that point, this Two of Cups will be able to be offers, but feels very attractive towards him. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely, he's very attractive. He attracts a lot of women. Ace of Cups just fell on the ground. New love and feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. Literally, he's going to go through this awakening, right? Right now he's in a defensive stance. He's going to go through this awakening, and this Two of Cups, new love, is going to awaken him. That is so funny that just fell out like that. Knight of Swords, assertive and impatient, direct and daring, ambitious and motivated. So this could be his current energy right here. He is a King of Cups, but he could be, see, Knight energy is very immature energy. So it's almost like he's going to mature kind of overnight is what I'm feeling. Ace of Wands, creativity and passion, new initiative and inspiration. So yeah, this relationship and this awakening is going to provide him with inspiration to basically be better and to do better. Is there anything else? Six of Swords, leaving behind, moving forward, distance ahead. He's going to be leaving behind. Yeah, he's 35, so he's relatively young. Like he's basically in his prime right now. 35 to 38 to, even 45. That's like being in your prime. God doesn't consider a child to be an adult till they're 48 years old. So that's just interesting that the divine looks at it that way. Like there must be something about that. But he's going to be leaving behind this old way of thinking and old way of doing things. And so I feel very good about that. And he's actually a really good person, I don't feel like he's malicious or anything, or like he's just using these women. He just only knows one way of connecting with women, and it's this way. Yeah, he's so just how he was in the Knight of Swords, after he leaves behind this old way of thinking, this with the Six of Swords, he's going to turn into the Emperor, and then he's going to be the man that you want. So he may not be the man that you want right now, but he is on his own journey to becoming the man that you need actually in your life. So I hope that helped answer your question. So yeah, the way that he feels about you, he feels attracted to you, but he doesn't hook up with people that he works with. So that's why I was saying that, that may change in 6 months, but just kind of watch him. He may end up talking with you a little bit more. Like I was saying, that you guys could have end up going out on a picnic or something. Oops. So when you get with this person, it's going to straight up make some bitches mad. Right? So I would suggest if you like in, let's say 9 months from now, you start dating this person, right? And that would be like 6 months. You give him a little bit of time to wake up. He wants to talk only at night. Yeah. Yeah, I know he does right now. So yeah, whenever this does happen, there's going to be somebody that's furious. So don't tell your coworkers that you talk to him. Okay. Because he's very hesitant on whether or not to, engage with somebody that he works with. So do you guys work closely, or is it like he's in a different department? Also, this other person that's working against the collective, they wanted y'all to be very hesitant. This nightmare energy, they had a strategy with nightmares. People that think that dreams are going to be able to do anything other than upset somebody, this nightmare, these people are going to be experiencing this nightmare because they had a stupid strategy. And literally, I'm not kidding, this natural disaster. This person they cause their own natural disaster. That's funny. Same department. Yes. Okay. So that's what I was feeling for sure. So when you do start talking, like more seriously or more intimately or whatever, just don't tell anybody that you work with. For numerous reasons. So you guys, this collective reading, I knew that there was some type of confinement that this person, we're talking about this person that's been working against collective. Yeah, they definitely don't want you using your abilities to see the truth. So that's not your problem. You're going to be saving your money. Your guys' pennies come from heaven. You're going to be saving your money at this time. This person that you were dealing with. Yeah, for sure. For sure. He's very like flirtatious and extroverted. But I don't think that he sees every person that he flirts with. So this curse energy, this is just somebody that is cursed. Like, I don't feel like you're cursed. I don't feel like this curse energy came near you. I don't feel like it touched any of you guys. To be quite honest, I feel like this curse energy is just the side. It's like when you create certain actions, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Okay, CS aspirants, give me 1 second to just Yeah. So you know what? Just start talking to him casually. That's what I would say. But know that it's going to be 6 months before he shifts into the man that you need him to be. Okay, so shall you get the job in Tech Friday GOT? Did you apply to another job? I don't know if you're going to get that job. I don't know why I'm not feeling a good feeling about it. He is unpredictable. Yeah, that's so tricky. I wonder what his zodiac sign is. That's so tricky. But I do feel like he cares about you compassionately and because you're somebody that he works with, you know. But yeah. So yeah, apply to other places, okay? I don't know if these people are going to get back with you right away. I don't know what is in the way of you getting this job. But it doesn't, something don't feel right about that. Either it's not the right job or there's something about it that wouldn't be good, wouldn't be compatible for you. Yeah, this person's wearing a mask, whoever you interviewed with. I've seen people before be really intimidated by other people and not want them on the team because they're intimidated, right? That's the energy that I get from that person. So make sure CS aspirants, make sure that you apply to other jobs other than that one, just that one job, okay? Because there's something about it that's not, like, again, the mask came out. There's something about it that's not, it's going to disturb your peace in some type of way. I don't know how, but it would destroy your peace. So God's saying to apply to another job. It could be that that the person that was going to be in the position, or the person that was in the position that you're applying for, could have left 3 years of work that they didn't do, and then you would be getting into that position and having to do 3 years of back work on top of your regular work. Some type of weird, like almost slavery type feeling shit is what I'm feeling. Yeah, he behaves like he doesn't give a shit. Yeah. Well, just, watch and wait, because time will tell. Time will tell for sure. Continue to daydream a positive reality where his reaction to you is different and his reaction to others is different. Like I said, he had problems with somebody in his family. It could have been an overbearing mother that really, I don't know, just damaged him or traumatized him or something. Is this person for you? I don't feel like this is the person that's going to be the one for you, but it doesn't mean that you can't have a relationship with them in the future. If you know what I mean. Loneliness. You're not going to be lonely. Don't be afraid of that. Literally, you're not ever alone. And you'll know when God sends somebody into your life that you're meant to be with, that person, you guys will be inseparable. Okay. But that's not to say that you shouldn't still have, because you have to understand that a twin flame union, something that is meant to you, that one person for you, okay, that person can only come in after you've gone through all of the necessary experiences to learn how to have a relationship, so that when that twin flame comes in, then you have that person and you're not going to sabotage it. So again, that's why I'm saying it's not that you shouldn't, that no, this person's not your twin flame, but that's not saying that you can't have a relationship with them, because you have to still learn and grow. Yeah. Well, he's not your person, but your person's going to come like 3 years in the future. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of, like, I'm not saying wait for this person for 3 years. No, live your life and date and see who you want to see. You know, it may be something great that this person teaches you, but I literally just saw out of the corner of my eye, this card move by itself. So you're breaking some type of generational curse that was on your family, because this curse energy is not your energy. I think it's because you're loving yourself and you're working with God. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to be A-okay. And the more that you pour into yourself, all of that time and all of that love, the more that you do that, the more that you're going to receive it from others. Yeah, you're 27, sweeties. So literally 3 years at 30, that's still meeting your twin flame really young. And we have multiple levels of twin flames. Because again, if we continue to grow and the other person doesn't, then God will bring in somebody that's a higher compatibility. And so this is your healing journey in life. And like, you're breaking generational curses and about to go on an adventure. You guys, the love will come in, but don't commit yourself to one person thinking that they're for sure the one when they are just the one for right now, right? You can have somebody that's perfect for right now that's not long term, is what I'm trying to say. So, okay. I hope that helped you guys. I hope that it gave you a little bit of insight and knowing about the situation. Always use your intuition, okay? Always take advice from a physician rather than a tarot reader, and just make sure that you guys are checking in with your intuition when you are meeting people. You remember, your first impression of somebody is always the correct impression, right? So pay attention to that. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys for being here. Please like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified of every time that I go live. You don't want to miss out on the messages that Spirit has for you guys, okay? All right, much love. Well, start talking to him. If you want to open a line of communication, you can ask him questions. He's a doctor. But yeah, start talking to him, especially if you guys are in the same clinic. That's going to be the easiest way to open up communication. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Until then, peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.